Yo, Still Mills, what's the deal, man? I'm about to leave Walmart right now, man. Like I said in the last video, it's freezing for a motherfucking reason out here, man. Like, as soon as you walk outside, you dig if you got anything in your nose, any sort of mucus or whatever in your nose, it's it feels like it's turning it icy. It's a Alaskan tundra. It's a Russian tundra out here in this motherfucker. The only thing we missing is the tigers. And speaking of Russian, we gonna get into this motherfucking machine. Artur Beterbiev. Man, listen, when I first came across Artur Beterbiev, I was like, dude is, he liked that, but I don't, I didn't think I saw anything that Bivol needed to be worried about. Because I just thought Bivol was just, he's an immaculate boxer as is. But when I'm seeing him in front of, facing certain adversity that I don't think Bivol has even faced, I'm sitting here and I'm like, yo, like his fight with Marcus Brown really did it for me. I think it was the fight with Marcus Brown that really had me like, man, all right, yo, like this shit is scary. This dude is straight out of a fucking horror flick, man. Candyman, Pennywise, Friday the 13th, Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, Hellraiser, Tales from the Crypt, Tales from the Hood, whatever you want. What's my movies? The Conjuring, that entire universe. Whatever he is of those characters. He's that scary. I listened to Lionel. I said it before. I think it's Lionel. I can't remember his last name. I think he fights at super middleweight. But he talks about how traumatic of an experience it was to get in there and spar Bivol. He was like, "Yo, I got hit by a car crash. I got hit by a car as a kid, and sparring that dude is probably the only comparable thing that what I'm saying. That like the only comparable thing that like as far as scary is like a scary situation is concerned. Fighting Art, getting in there and fighting Artur Beterbiev is equivalent to getting hit by a car. Bro, the fight last night, man. Immediately he came out there. He was like he didn't apply. He came out and applied pressure. He was able to pin him to the ropes in the first round and get some shots off. And Callum Smith, he kind of likes to linger on the ropes or whatever, man. So he caught he caught a few of the shots pretty well. He did. He got a few hooks off and a few jabs off in the in the first round. Beterbiev clearly won the round. But I'm looking at a dude in there who's poised. I'm looking at a dude who was like, I haven't fought in damn near a year. I need rounds. Forgot to say peace to the deceased as I'm passing the cemetery. I need rounds in the bank. So I ain't coming in here looking to just step on the gas and eviscerate this dude. I got to go in here and get rounds in. I got to go in here and knock these cobwebs off. I'm seeing a dude who's articulately applying pressure, getting in and out of range, picking up on his tendencies, applying pressure without looking to fire any shots. Mental pressure, seeing how well he can get in and out of range. I'm just looking at a dude in there who's poised and just looking to knock all the cobwebs out and just really just taking his time and being methodical in the ring. That shit is scary, man. And even in the process of that, Callum Smith was able to land some pretty big shots. He got his last two fights up there at not heavyweight, but light heavyweight. He's down some motherfuckers, you dig? That shit, they showed it all last night, what he did to Lyndon Castillo. How bad he was able to, he made that dude have a seizure. I remember watching that fight live. It was so violent. They took the camera out of the ring and zoomed it out to the audience and kept it out there until they knew that he was all right. That's how violent that shit was. And he hit Beterbiev with some of those type of shots. And Beterbiev just ate him. I think people are really, complacent on the fact that he's been down like 2 or 3 times in his career. So they're banking on the fact that, yeah, if he gets touched, he's not invincible. All right, cool, you can have that. But the thing is, what happens when you go over? You're so hell bent on getting this dude, on dropping this motherfucker and setting the precedent for the fight. He's also a very good counterpuncher, and Callum Smith found that shit out by the 3rd and the 4th round, where he's like, I'm looking at this dude and he's like, He's landing straights. He's stepping back. He's catching. He's launching the straights. He's walking him into left hooks and everything. And the thing was so scary about it, he's not sitting down on those punches, and he's not getting full extension under those shots. It's like he's just launching the shots, and they're landing with devastating effect. He threw it right straight to the body that hurt. Everybody in the fucking crowd heard it. It echoed throughout the stadium. And the amount of this dude is applying pressure. He's applying pressure, and he's not doing anything that's going. He's making you think without even doing it. Your wheels are spinning because you don't know when he's gonna go on the offensive. And he started opening up in that third round, man. I'm seeing him getting there. I'm seeing him in there landing jabs a lot. But the thing, he's not. The jab would just look like it looks like he's fainting with the shots that he's throwing. That's how uncommitted he is to throwing the shots. But when they land. It's like Joe Joyce. It doesn't look like as much on them shots, but when they land, it lands with such devastating effect. The next thing you know, your eye is swollen, your hair is, all, discombobulated and everything. You're unraveling. You're completely unraveling in front of this dude. And I'm just watching him land everything. He's starting to step, by the third round, he's starting to step in with the jab, and he's stepping in. I'm talking like stepping into where he's overly comfortable with leaving his feet. And I'm just watching this dude like, God damn. This shit is scary. And Callum Smith has never been dropped. Canelo beat the ever-living shit out of Callum Smith, and he never touched the canvas. This dude hit the deck twice in the 7th round. Twice. He's not overly committing to the shots to the point where he's getting leverage on the shot. I don't even know how he does that shit with the arm punches, bro. I don't know how he does it. I don't know how he's able to generate that much torque when he's not even really getting his hips into the shot. I don't get how he's able to do that shit. But that shit is scary. Because the shots that he's landing, they don't look like as much on him. But you look at this motherfucker, fake Callum Smith, his nose is bleeding. He has blemishes under his eye. He has, his eye is swollen. It's like, yo, this dude really look like he's going through the meat grinder right now. And it don't even look like it's nothing super devastating. The most devastating shot that he landed was that counter left hook that he walked him into. And I'm just sitting here like, yo, this shit is wild. I don't know how. Beterbiev but Bivol has to fight a perfect fight for him to win this fight, bro. He has to fight a perfect fight. He can't afford to risk back. He can't back Beterbiev up because he has a back foot game. He can't step in behind the shots like he did with Zerto. He can't do that. He can't do that. And I don't think Bivol has not been through the amount of duress that Beterbiev had. Bro, Marcus Brown, a lot of people feel it was intentionally. They had a head clash, and he had a gash in the middle of his forehead. And that did not stop this dude from fighting. They was ready to call the fight. But just the zone he went into, his ability to just overly lock in and just get laser focused. He's getting up under the shots. He's getting to the sides of the shot. He's catching the shots. His face was a bloody mess when that gash first happened. 2 rounds after that shit happened, blood was barely coming down from that gash. Because Marcus Brown is gassed. He doesn't want to have to deal with the counter shots. Because the counter shots they're harder than the shots that he leads with. You dig? So it's like, yo, I don't know what else to do with this dude. I just fucking clashed with this man, and he's not even wavering. His face is bloody as shit, and he's applying more like he saw red. Like when the motherfuckers they just rage out and they black out. They say all I saw was red. That's what the fuck that man was seeing. And he was so judicious in his approach. He didn't even really eat much leather after he suffered that clash. This dude is different, man. This dude is different. I don't know what it is with these Russian dudes, man. But they just give me like the weather we got right now. They outside in slides and motherfucking wife beaters on, shoveling the snow with shorts. They got their compression shorts on with the slides and all that, and the wife beater and shit. And they out there shoveling the snow. And ain't no socks on their feet. They just out there barefoot in the slides, bro. At nighttime, in the middle of the tundra, in the middle of the forest where tigers is reigning supreme at. They see the tigers and they gave they back up to them tigers. And them tigers don't even blitz them because they so scared what these motherfuckers do to them. That's the vibe that these Russian dudes are giving off. And he's not the only one. Ruslan Provodnikov was very much so of the same ilk. Just a scary dude. It's just like it's something in they just like Ruslan Provodnikov looked like he, it was just like something in his eyes, bro. You could just see in a motherfucking face, like, bro, if you meet me in the bar, if we get into a barroom brawl, bro, just I ain't got no problem with the one-on-ones or whatever. But if you think it's gonna be more to it than that, bro, I ain't got no problem with taking this knife and burying that shit in the skull. That's the energy and the vibes that this dude gives off, or that he gave off. You dig? I said some shit on my Facebook last night that will be, you dig, it could be deemed offensive to Beterbiev. I called him the spawn of Satan because of how scary the dude is. I swear to everything, I didn't mean to be facetious with it. I didn't mean to be facetious with it. But he's that scary, you dig? I know he's a devout Muslim. Assalamu alaikum to y'all. I didn't mean it like that. But the dude is just that fucking scary. He's that scary. It's, bro, I just 20 fights, 20 KOs. And he's a unified world champion. So it ain't like it's not the Edgar Berlanga effect where he's just knocking down dudes who's ranked in the, 20 and 30 and 40 in the division. No, bro, he done stepped on champions, man. Motherfucking Callum Smith was his mandatory and a former world champion, the lineal, the lineal champion of the last division he was in before Canelo came in and disrupted all that shit. He just made easy work of that dude. Dropped him and stopped him. Dropped him and stopped him. He got back up on his feet, but Buddy McGurk was making it his business to get in that ring. No. We done. This dude is not nothing to fuck with. He's not nothing to fuck with. He's a scary individual, man. Scary. Scary. I don't know how Bivol is going to be able to deal with the there's like I think Bivol has better feet. He's able to maintain distance a little bit better. He's a lot more, fleet-footed. He's on his toes a lot more. So I think he has the better feet. But Beterbiev has incredible feet as well because he has a back foot game. What the fuck is these dudes doing? He has a back foot game. I just don't. What do you do with this dude? He can go on the hunt. He can counter punch. He can fight going forwards and he can fight going backwards. He can fight at mid range. Shit, he possibly prefers that mid distance. What do you do with somebody like this, man? And the shots that he's going to hit you with, they don't even. The throwaway punches are power punches. The pity pat punches are power punches, bro. I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't see how Bivol's gonna win this fight, bro. I mean, I do see it, but I just don't think that he will. I don't think he's gonna be able to deal with what it is that Beterbiev has. That Beterbiev has to offer, because this shit is different right here. Shout out to Callum Smith, man. Shout out to Callum Smith. I'm real excited for Undisputed. This is the season for Undisputed. Shout out Bud Crawford for making this shit a fucking trend now that everybody is trying to participate in. I love it. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. So we're gonna get Undisputed between them two in the next few months, man. But I just don't know how Bivol is gonna be able to deal with this shit, bro. I don't know. But excellent performance by that guy last night, man. I saw dude. I need to get rounds in. I'm not coming in here to just blow, just to run over the dude. I need work. And he was methodical in there, man. I was a tactician in there. That dude is not to be trifled with. Leave that motherfucker alone. Fucking guy, man. I would have loved to see. He'd have been a factor at cruiserweight. I know he would have been. But shout out to Beterbiev, man. That was an incredible performance last night, man. Hold your head up, Callum Smith. You not no bum. I don't give a fuck what these bitch ass niggas is talking about. I was all, I had to address somebody about that, man. Them, them Smith dudes is bums. They lose every step of the fight. Liam Smith was fresh up until, last year. He was the only one to knock out Chris Eubank Jr. Callum Smith was a fucking world champion. Both of them were world champions. What are you talking about? They bums. I can't stand people who lose, when they see somebody lose to a fighter, the fighter just can't be better. They just got to be bums. Fuck out of here. Man, listen, hold your head up, Callum Smith, man. And I hope to see you again. Because everybody ain't going to be able to do that to you. And I'm looking forward to Undisputed, man. I'm getting in this house so I can get me something to eat, man. Y'all stay righteous, yo. Deuces.